We are in August. Yes, your ears heard me correctly. I'm happy. You know what? Because that means we are not staying stuck in one area of this year. Like we are moving through it. August promotions are here. Sarah and I are super excited. Sarah's actually very excited for a certain product. So you're just gonna have to listen to us chat about it. So stay tuned. You're listening to the Essential Oils Scoop podcast. We're here to help you confidently using essential oils in your daily life. No fluff, just real talk and practical tips. Each episode brings you education, inspiration, and of course, our scoop of the day. Let's elevate your wellness one drop at a time. The year's going by. We know this, it's in full effect. Some kids are back to school. Our college students are away. Maybe you're starting a new job. There's a lot of transition happening. doTERRA's got you. They have you in three ways. And all ways that we're going to talk about today are really fun because it's the promotion episode. And what do? We talk about the promotions. Sarah, I'm going to leave it up to you. Do we want to highlight that last limited time offer at the end, or do you want to start with it at the end? Oh, we're going to make you wait.
We're gonna make you
Okay.
wait because it's so good. I'm afraid I would take up the entire episode talking about it. So I feel
Uh-huh.
like I want to give the other ones their
Their
limelight for a few
spotlight.
minutes. But like, let's be honest, the unsung hero will be my favorite product. So
Yeah, and that's fair. That's totally fair. Okay, so let's start with the product of the month. It is a 5 milliliter bottle. What doTERRA's been doing for months now is gifting those that invest in their wellness at 125 PB or more a 5 milliliter bottle. And it's the basics. But this basic, my friend, is On Guard. On Guard is our protective blend. If you know, you know. If you're brand new, welcome. I'm so excited. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you save us to the list so you can come back to this. On Guard is amazing. Trust me, trust Sarah and I when we say you're going to want this. And you're going to want to start now boosting your immune system because this On Guard is one, not only delicious for baking in the fall and winter, it's also great on apples when you send your kids to school, but it is really good for your immune system. We've done episodes on this. If we remember, maybe we'll link an On Guard episode down below.
yeah,
Sarah, is there any takeaways? Like the image I'm looking at is apples. On Guard apples, friends. You slice up a clean apple, you put 1 or 2 drops in a bowl of water, not in plastic bowl, like a ceramic or whatever, glass, and let it soak for a couple minutes.
yeah,
And then you remove the water and the apples, it's like fall in your mouth. It is so
it's so good.
delicious.
It's so good. I actually, okay, my favorite recipe with On Guard is actually for popcorn. I love On Guard popcorn. Like it is my favorite. It is one of my favorite little treats. Not a lot of people love it in my house, but it's one of my favorites. So I love making it for other people and having it available for other when other people come over because it's a great healthy little snack. Now, I know popcorn's not great for your digestive system, so make sure you have your Terrazyme available so it can help you digest those bits that aren't great. But I love On Guard popcorn. That is one of my most favorite recipes. Um, so I'll put that in the show notes for my scoop for one of my scoops because that is like the heaven on earth. I love the On Guard popcorn, especially if
You
you
know what?
like
I
them.
think we should put it on the website. So yes, we'll link that, but honestly, Sarah, I think there's more people that are going to want to go back to that recipe. So I think that would be great. Okay, I'm so glad you mentioned that. I honestly forgot,
Love
and it
it.
is really
That's
good.
Yeah, and I mean it's the one thing I've been using On Guard for recently. I'll just say this too, and I've probably said this in another recent. I have had when we first moved into this house, which has only been 3 months. Um, we've had those giant um carpenter ants. They're huge. They're like massive. I don't know how they grow them down here, but they are
I
massive. Um, Anyway, we had
know.
quite a few when we first moved into this house, and I was like, ugh. And I am not a pesticide person. I will not be spraying pesticides around my house. But when you're like, they're so big, when you like step on them, they crunch, like they're that big, right?
Yep.
And I would put, I would just somebody, I don't know, somebody mentioned, or I was reading something about ants. Now, I know ants don't like peppermint, but I read someplace that they don't like cinnamon and clove. And I was like, let's try this. So I know that there's cinnamon and clove in On Guard. So I stuck it in my wall plug-in diffuser that just goes, every time you walk past it, it's motion. I have it on the motion sensor. So every time you walk past it, it poofs, right? Since I've been putting On Guard, no big giant carpenter ants have been in my house. None, not a
That's
single one. And
amazing.
like I said, we don't spray, so it's not like
Uh-huh.
something else is keeping them away. They've literally disappeared. No carpenter ants whatsoever. And I mean, they were gross and they were even crawling on my ceiling. Like they were just nasty. And
Yeah.
they're gone, completely gone. So that I put some outside by my shed where I was having some unwanted wildlife. I had some groundhogs or woodchucks, as they call them here in Kentucky, under my shed living, and I put some On Guard. I just sprinkled it around my shed, and they have moved on. They don't live under my shed anymore. They
That's
moved
amazing.
out. So we evicted our groundhog.
Unwanted tenants that were not paying
Yes,
rent.
we
How dare
evicted
they?
them with On Guard. So
Ah,
I'm just letting you
yeah.
know that certain pests don't love On Guard. And so if you are like, I have an abundance of On Guard and you don't need it for for boosting your immune system or urinary tract stuff or any of the things that we've talked about in the past for On Guard, use it for
Hmm.
this because it's that
Absolutely.
good. It's that
It
good.
and honestly, if you do have an abundance of On Guard, you can get it out and use it for one. I invite you to do so. And this bottle, this 5 milliliter bottle, this would be a great gift for a back to school gift for a teacher.
Mhm.
Just saying. I think it would be, I mean, I would have been ecstatic to receive something like that. So, On Guard, that is your product of the month. Let's pivot now to the limited time offer that doTERRA is having for the month of August. It is this beautiful blend that is called the Gathering Blend, also known as Harvest Spice. Harvest Spice is available to us in a 15 milliliter bottle right here. You can see it right there. It smells like fall.
It
End of
smells so
story.
good.
Like, I'm gonna go to the pumpkin patch with my sister. That sounds so great. I think I would really love to do that with my sister and my nieces and nephews. Um, I digress. But it is apple cider, the hot cocos, the fall festivals, the warm and cozy because it's so cold outside. The leaves are falling. Like that is what I am trying. That's what I get when I smell this. Sarah, what about you?
I This just makes me think of wanting to climb under a nice fuzzy blanket.
With a
Like
book, your favorite
with a
book?
book. Oh, you know me.
I
Give me
do.
a book and a cozy blanket a, and a
Yeah.
notebook with a pretty pen, and I'm in like my happiest place on earth, right? Like next to Disney, this is my happy place. Like there are certain things that I love, and give me a good book, some harvest spice just diffusing in
And
the
your diffuse.
background,
What about
and
your
some
On Guard popcorn? A little bowl of
oh
your On Guard
yeah, and some
popcorn?
warm apple cider.
Yes. Ah.
Can we just do
Oh,
this? Can
friend.
we just do this? And I have these muckluck socks that I absolutely love that are thick and fuzzy and warm. Just, it's like 90 something degrees outside right now. And that's all I really want to do. I want to put on my mucklucks. I want to go crawl under a blanket. Now you've got me thinking. Like, I
I
want some
know.
On Guard popcorn, have my harvest spice going. I want a good book, a novel, like something fun and light. And I want a little notebook and my pretty pen, and I just want to sit in the corner part of my couch with my
So
light
I know where
on.
you're going. You don't need to share this publicly, but I'm just saying you could bring Harvest Spice. You can recreate ever so slightly, even if it's for an hour in your day where you're going. You could do this. You really
Hmm.
could. Oh,
Yeah.
so Harvest Spice. It smells divine. We're smiling because it is such a great oil. So we're in the book, okay? Get yourself this book as well, the Essential Life book. In this book, it's talking about SAD, seasonal affective disorder, and blues and low mood. In this book, it's saying, this would be great for it. Diffuse it, put a drop in your hands, rub them together. If you are sensitive, I would say diffuse this. I
Hmm.
would say just in general, just know diffusing it, you can't go wrong. Um, if you have cat, the rule of thumb as well, anytime you have spicier oils, it's my personal rule of thumb, all animals that you have in your house should have an option to escape that room.
Yeah.
At least have a window open if you can. If they can't, if they're caged up, right, little animals, have the door open so the oils can be floating around in your house, not just stagnant in that room. But this harvest spice has cassia, clove, eucalyptus, cedarwood, nutmeg, and cinnamon bark. So it is on the spicier side. Diffusing it is the way to go. But because of this oil combination, I can understand why it would help elevate that mood, like shift your brain to pivot and pause where it's going.
Yeah.
Words are not coming to me right now. Sarah, how would you explain this?
Well, as somebody who does suffer from this with seasonal affective disorder, one of the things that I think is really helpful, I've obviously sunlight is best, right? But like one of the things that's very helpful for me is to not get caught in
Hamster wheel of
the woes of and the sadness and the woe is me. I don't know, like getting stuck in those in that. And clove is very good to pull you out of that.
Mhm,
Clove is excellent for that. So is cassia is another great one to pull you out of being like in your head. So I do appreciate this. The other one is cedarwood, and cedarwood is like oil of community and reminds you to like get back into the social realm of life.
mhm.
And so I just, it's so good. It is like, I know we're not going to get into the emotional part, but like, it really does help you to just let go of some of that sadness. It does bring up the mood a little bit. It does increase the mood. Cinnamon's in there, so it's going to help increase your libido too. So if that's something you really struggle with, in that seasonal part of life, um, this is a great oil for this
Yeah.
for lifting the mood. Again, I'm with Vicky on this. You definitely want to diffuse this more. I mean, you can use this topically, but I would heavily, heavily dilute. Like we're talking like a 5 to 1, like
Hmm.
dilution ratio with drops. Because it does have your cassia, it does have your cinnamon, it does have nutmeg, it does have clove, all very spicy oils that should not come into contact with skin. Again, if you do have pets or animals, diffusing, Vicky already went through that very well. So, but this is great. This is going to help invite people. It's going to bring a very inviting feeling to your home. Um, so, and I need to remember this. So this needs to be, do you ever get cold
You're
feet?
talk about it, and I'm gonna follow up with what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get cold feet? I need to remember to use this for my freaking cold feet because I get cold feet all the time. And
Hmm.
so just putting a drop or two on the bottoms of my feet, heavily, again, diluted.
Hmm.
Um, this is gonna make my feet warmer. Guys, it's gonna be good for my circulation. And I've got to remember
Yeah.
this because I forget sometimes how great this is.
When I read that, I was like, "Oh my gosh, Sarah, I really hope you remember because I forget." This I don't use all year because I have FOMO. That's just the truth of it. So I get to buy another bottle and not live in scarcity. Working on it. But the cold extremities, Sarah for sure screams your name. But I'll tell you, in the wintertime or when it's cozy blanket season, like for sure, to where you could be wearing socks and still be comfortable. I don't sleep well with socks. I get overheated too fast. Did you see Sarah's shake of her head? If you didn't, you just missed
I
out. That
did
was a
not, I
sure
did not wear
no-go.
socks. Like, what? I'm a flip-flop girl. We like naked feet over here. Okay.
However, sometimes my feet will get cold and it's like I try to wrap them in the blanket or like find the warm spot. Anyways, I had put this to work last winter. And I don't know if I've shared this, I forgot already. But I put 2 drops neat on the bottoms of my feet. I know me. I did not have to dilute because your feet have a thicker epidermis. You have thicker skin at the bottom of your feet. I didn't put it on my cap, just my feet. Friend, it worked. It was great. So if it worked for me, I'm almost pretty darn positive you're gonna see some really good benefits if you do that. I'm excited for you.
I might put some on right now because my feet are cold no matter what the season. Like they're always, I mean, but here's the thing, if I wear socks, my feet, I feel like like socks are distracting to me. Like I can only wear certain types of socks. It's so weird. It's such a weird, I don't know, thing with me. It's so bizarre. I think because for so many years now I haven't worn I've been flip-flops for like 30 something years of my life, ever since could start buying my own shoes, and didn't really care if my mom would be like, you can't wear those outside, but like I would wear flip-flops anytime I could. Um, so I'm a flip-flop sandal girl. I've been that way pretty much my whole life. And
I
so I'm
love my
excited
sandals.
to use this because my feet are always cold in the winter. But if I wear,
Frigid, not cold. Don't lie. They're like
they're
frigid.
like ice boxes. But if I wear socks, it just makes me I feel constricted for the whole entire day. I feel constricted. I feel like there's something very off. It just bugs me. Anyway,
Oh,
digress.
friend.
Total
Anyways,
digression.
harvest spice. Harvest spice. Who would have thunk? It smells divine. If you love creating your own potpourris, friends, yeah, you don't have to go to Michael's, Target, whatever big box store and get the fake stuff that causes headaches because it's a hormone disruptor. Get yourself a bottle of Harvest Spice. Do your hormones a favor. Okay? Now, we're going to pivot so this isn't an hour long. The limited time offer, Sarah's overjoyed. Overjoyed. I'm excited for it, but she is like, I'm gonna
You
I'm gonna tag
guys.
her in.
You guys. Okay, do you know what our limited time offer this is? It's castor oil. Do you know how much I love doTERRA's castor oil? Like I love doTERRA's castor oil. And look at how big the freaking bottle is. Like, let me just here, I'm gonna like, can you see that? Like, here's an oil, 15 milliliter oil bottle, and look how big that castor oil is. It's like
And that's a
huge,
100
right?
milliliter, right? Or something. It's large. What?
300 milliliter,
Oh
300.
heavens. I can't math. 300 milliliters of castor oil. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and it is the purest. It is the best. I don't know if you guys have ever tried other castor oils. I don't know.
I have.
Quite, they're sticky, like thick, sticky, nasty, miserable. Like I don't like them. I don't like them.
Before
I
doTERRA came out with their castor oil, the only one that I was okay with was another brand. But comparing them to it's like apples and oranges. I don't go, I'm not going back.
love this castor oil. Like I love this. Like I'm so excited. And not only can you get this castor oil, you guys, you can get your castor oil pack. Now this is my personal castor oil pack. I love it. And it is branded doTERRA, like if you're like into your whole like brand thing. Okay, so let's talk about this castor oil pack. So on the outside it is like this vinyl material, okay? On the other side, it's this really soft material. I actually don't put my castor oil on this soft material. So I got myself some flannel, cotton, 100% cotton flannel from Hobby Lobby, okay? I was gonna say Joann's, but we don't have Joann's anymore. So sad.
Yes, so
So
sad.
Hobby Lobby or Michael's now has fabric too. But I get this and I wash it, you know, and so it gets washed. But this is where I put my castor oil. I actually put my castor oil on this and then put it on this, okay?
An extra protective layer for
Extra
sure.
protective layer, and then I it's got Velcro and it's stretchy, like, and there's extenders too, so you can get it comes with an extender, so if it's not quite big enough or it's like you're going over a big larger area like your bum or something like that and you want to have it around your hips or something, that extender is available. But this, guys, and then I put a heated blanket or a heating pad over this, and I just sit quietly for 35 minutes to 2 hours sometimes, or sometimes I'll sleep with it. I don't really love sleeping with it just because it like feels like it's something different. And so my body, like I don't sleep as good. So I don't
Unless you
sleep
sleep
in it.
like a mummy and you don't move, then that would be great. I don't sleep like a mummy.
No,
Mm-mm.
I don't. But guys, this castor oil pack, it's so good. So what I usually do, if I'm putting it like, let's say over my liver, let's say I'm going to use this on my liver for right now. I would put Revitazen on my liver first. Then I'd put the castor oil on the piece of fabric, layer that. Then I put the castor oil pack around me, and I would sit with a heating pad or heating something right there. And that's how I would do, like if I was doing Revitazen. That's how I would do any oil. If I was going to give an uplifting boost to an organ, that's how I would do it with just pretty much anything.
Mhm.
Love this. Like, I can't tell you how much I love this. I actually really like doing castor oil on my belly button too. So I do belly button patches, and I will put, you can buy belly button patches from Amazon, and you just put a little drops. I put the oil, whatever I'm using, inside my belly button, whatever I'm trying to manage. I have actually really liked using it with a hormone blend. And that has been really good to help with periods, to help just, I told you I'm on this journey for like hormone balancing, right? And so I've been using a hormone blend that I put it actually into my belly button. And then I put this on the little belly button patch just a little bit because you put too much and then the belly button patch won't stick. And it's almost like a band-aid. I get the flowery one because then it doesn't look weird. So anyway, I use that on my belly button. Love belly button patches. Love our castor oil. And I actually use this as an intimacy lubrication as well because the viscosity feels way more natural.
Mhm.
So if you understand what I'm saying to you,
And it doesn't it longer. Like
yes.
I
So if
don't
you are you using lubrication, um, fractionated coconut oil absorbs way too fast.
so fast. Yeah, so
So fast.
fast.
So if you're just you're needing a little bit of lubrication, that's fine. If you are starting to get into your older advanced, I don't know, perimenopause age group, if you're 35 and older, the elasticity in your vagina, I'm just gonna say it,
Yeah.
gets a little less,
Mhm.
and you start to dry out more, right? You start to have some dryness that you're experiencing, and that can actually cause micro tears
Yes,
in your
and we do not want that.
and that causes more infection. So if you are dealing with urinary tract infections, bladder infections way more often, you're like, what the heck? I'm going to say pretty much guaranteed you're probably getting some micro tears in there,
Mhm.
and the bacteria is invading
Mhm.
that, and that's what's causing some of these infections that you keep getting,
Mhm.
especially if you're having reoccurring. So
Mhm.
using a really good thicker, this is thick, right? This is the viscosity of castor oil is thicker. Um, so I recommend either avocado oil or castor oil, but I've been loving castor oil just because it has more of a natural feel to it. So
Yeah.
for what
And
it's
put it
worth.
in a little tiny pump bottle, guys. Like make it
Mhm.
convenient so you can use it. But it's there for you. Thank you for plugging that in. I think that's very important. And I think there's some women that are going to walk away being like, oh my gosh, thank you. I did not know this. And now I can try it out.
Yeah.
Castor oil is really good for your skin. It's very hydrating, it's very nourishing and soothing. So, in everything Sarah just explained, yes, it works. I want to highlight the oils though. When you were talking about like castor oil packs, friends, we all got Google. You type in castor oil pack facts. There will be some websites that have really rich content, accurate content when it comes to castor oil. doTERRA has tested over and over again. This isn't just some Joe Schmo castor oil that you can buy on Amazon with a quick link. No, no, no. This is very nourishing. They have done what we expect them to do because doTERRA is the highest caliber of essential oils. Every product is powerful, but when we incorporate the essential oils into castor oil packs, it amplifies it even more. It will penetrate into our skin and go deeper with castor oil. That's why Sarah was saying for her liver pack, right? You're using Revitazine. That makes perfect sense to me. I was having, female cramps 2 days ago. What did I do? I used castor oil. I didn't pack, but I used castor oil after I used Clary Calm.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like we get to marry the two. So I love the fact that doTERRA finally found a way to bring castor oil to us.
Yeah. I was just trying to
Like,
see. Usually I keep on my desk a large roller bottle. It's about like this
oh
big
yeah,
around, like,
I don't
but I
have one
don't
on
have
my
it in here.
desk.
It's
In
actually in my bedroom
bathroom?
right this
Yeah.
second
Yeah.
because I use it right here on my décolleté. I put it like to try to like smooth out some of my skin. So I do use that. Also, it's very convenient to use that roller, like put on whatever oil and just put that on. When you were talking about cramps just now, I was thinking so good. You put on your Clarycalm, then you take your big fat roller of your castor oil and you put it right over that Clarycalm, and it's going to be so nourishing and helpful for you. Now, some people don't like to use castor oil during their period because it will for some people, it can flush out because it is a detoxifier, right? So it can
Mhm.
flush out some more things and it
And
can
that
make your
could be
period,
discomforting.
it could
Yes.
be. So you could have some discomfort with your period because you're detoxing even more,
Hmm.
and it can increase uterine cramping
Hmm.
because of it. So, I mean,
High
it's up
flow,
to
like high
you. Yeah.
flow days, I don't use it.
No.
I I just don't because I know my body. I'm like, I don't need to add to this. Thank you so much. But on low flow, beginning or end, absolutely. But you get to find what works for you.
Yeah.
The Mhm.
I was just gonna say that like you need to like your body is not my body and it's not Vicky's body and it's not anybody else's body. So test it. If you're like,
Mhm.
oh, it doesn't bother me at all, cool. You're good. If it
Mhm.
does, then don't use it during that time of month. I mean, it's totally up to your flow, your body, how your body responds to it. Some people have no problems whatsoever, and other people do experience some things. So it's iffy for me, for some people. For me, I have not experienced any issues with it whatsoever.
So yesterday or sometime this week, I forget what day it was. We were on a call. Beautiful soul was talking in the doTERRA sphere, and she was talking about a thyroid blend that she uses. And during that call, knowing what Sarah and I were going to jump on and record, I was like, wow. And I'm so glad you just triggered the memory. So this thyroid blend, I've heard people do this, and I haven't done it yet, just to be honest. But supporting thyroid's a really big issue. Supporting your adrenals is a very big issue. Why not marry the two?
Yeah.
Like, if and when you can, you work from home, whatever, like you don't mind possibly being shiny because the doTERRA castor oil is not tacky.
No.
It is not tacky at all. At least my experience. And I've had 3 bottles now. Not tacky. So, anyways,
Not like others. Now, if you're like
no,
it's got a slight
it's
bit
thick.
because of the viscosity, it's a little bit thicker, so some people might consider that tacky. But if you've ever used any other castor oil, it's like feels like glue stuck to you.
Correct. But I was thinking, Sarah, like the brilliance behind a thyroid blend and then putting castor oil. Like they even sell, I know Terra doesn't have it, but you could create one yourself. The one for your neck.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, you can, I think I
And
purchased them on Amazon, I think. But even
yeah,
like
you,
okay, this one's a little big, but
you
you
could fold
could
it.
you could put this easily like
Yes.
it works. Like I'm not gonna
Hmm.
fully do it right this second, but it what my
Hmm.
gets in the way. But like you could totally get this to wrap around. You might have to wrap it around 2 or 3
Hmm.
times, but like you could totally do the pack on your neck right into
And
that area. Now that you have smaller ones too.
if you're struggling in certain areas like that, if you know your adrenals need the extra TLC, your thyroid, your lymphatic system, behind your knees. I can't tell you how many times I've taken that big bottle of I'm holding it like I have it in my hand, but swiping the backs of my knees and then my glands.
Hmm.
Like it can be that easy. Friends, it gets to be that easy, but maybe the awareness wasn't there. So hopefully now you're like the light bulbs are going off.
Get your castor oil. Like, get the
Yeah.
castor oil pack. Like, I'm so excited that they are bringing it back it was available, like they've had these packs on and off available, but it's like been very exclusive. Like you could only get
Hmm.
these packs during convention or leadership or in person, like in person.
Hmm.
Or you had to get like the 90-day reset third month after you'd ordered all 3 months. Could you get this pack? Like there was like so much exclusivity. And so I'm excited that they're like kind of putting it out there. So it's not just exclusive for, for certain people. Anybody can order it now. Anybody, you don't have to go through like the 90-day reset to get it now. You don't have to like go in person for convention if you don't want, aren't able to.
Hmm.
Everybody can order this and it's available for everybody. So get this castor oil. Like I can't like I love it. Like it is my one of my most favorite used on a very if I'm not using this, I don't know, 4 or 5 times a week. Like that's how often I'm using this. So I was
And
just
using it is not a huge hand glob. Okay, Sarah, can you please? But we need to state this because I don't want any misinformation. How much do you put and how do,
so this is a brand new bottle because my bottle is very well loved, very well worn. Oh, actually here. Okay. So I just got the seal off. Okay. So I would say this amount, I don't know if you can see that. So it's about the size of a nickel, okay?
hmm
A little bit. That is how much I would use on my belly button patch.
hmm
If I was doing a belly button patch, I would probably use this much,
a
which you
nickel
can't
size. That's
a
it,
nickel
guys.
size.
Hmm.
If I'm going to do like my liver or kidneys, or if I'm going to do stomach, or if I'm going to do lower abdomen, or if I'm going to put it on my back, okay? Any of those places to support, I would do probably double this amount. So I'd probably do like maybe two nickels, maybe uh 2/4
I
sizes
was
of
gonna
it.
say I'm like a $half size for my liver and kidney area. That's what I do. Like if we're like if you can measure a $half coin, like come on, that is the amount that I would do.
Like, because
Um, ours is certified organic, okay? The supply chain is certified organic. We get the castor oil from India. We
yeah.
do.
And look,
It
my hands are not sticky, guys. Like I mean, I wiped it off onto my piece of fabric, right? But look, my hands, can you see? Like it's not sticky. It's not,
no, mm-mm. You
actually,
don't
it
look
feels really good.
greasy,
It feels very
anything like that.
nourished. It does not even look, here, I'll put just a
But it
dot.
absorbs into the skin, guys. Castor oil in its beauty, it doesn't just
There,
sit on the skin,
look,
it
you see this?
penetrates into the skin.
There's a
Yeah,
dot right here.
little
See that
tiny dot.
tiny? Okay, so I'm gonna rub it in, and I just like it's not,
Yeah,
it's not really like sticky or anything.
I
And
love
now look,
it.
I mean, it's like slightly shimmery. It's slightly, not
Barely,
even.
friend, barely.
It's barely, but it's glidey. It
Hmm.
doesn't, and it goes on maybe a slightly tacky right at first, right? But then it just absorbs in and now it just feels silky. It just feels so smooth, silky,
Yeah.
silky smooth. But the moisture is still there, so it's not absorbing overly fast, like fractionated coconut oil. I don't know if you've ever put fractionated coconut oil on your hands, but like it absorbs in very quickly. You don't have a lot of residue. This has a little bit more, it feels more like if you're putting on lotion.
So lotion to me, lotion is FCO. Um, the cream is castor oil. So like the doTERRA body butter or what
Mm-hmm.
is that is like the castor oil
Yeah,
versus a lotion is FCO. It's so nourishing, guys. It's so nourishing.
feels so
Penetrates
good.
the skin. Like it's amazing. I did not know it takes between 450 to 500 seeds to create a 300 milliliter bottle of castor oil. And then, fun fact, castor oil plants in India, because that's where we source it from, June to July. That is planting season. And then it's harvested in December through February.
Huh, that's interesting. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Me either. And it says 80% of the world's castor oil comes from smallholder farmers in India. So 80% of the world's castor oil comes from farmers in India. However, you know, people take their cut, things happen. So the quality, not just because it's sourced there, but the quality starts to go down. But in doTERRA fashion, we don't. And I love it. This is so fun. I'm super excited. I learned a couple things just by having this conversation with you today about castor oil. But friends, do it. If you have it, dust it off, put it to use, anchor in with the castor and your oils.
Yeah. Pair them together. I mean, like my hands feel so silky soft right now. Like my
Oh, I
hand,
bet.
this hand feels a little dry, so I feel like I need to make sure I put a drop on. So I'll say goodbye and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed today's episode and are feeling inspired to dive in even deeper into the world of essential oils. Want exclusive offers, content, and recipes? Click on the newsletter link in the show notes today. Looking for even more wellness inspiration? Dive into our previous episodes and stay in the loop by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at the Essential Oil Scoop Podcast. Thanks for being a part of our Essential Oil family. And remember, hit the subscribe button to be notified every time we upload a brand new episode.